Let's start in a child's pose position, coming down to your mats. Bring your feet together, have your knees spread nice and wide. Reach your arms out in front as you press your hips back towards your heels and rest your forehead down onto the mat. Just setting the purpose for your practice today. What is it that your body is needing? What is it that is desiring? And giving yourself the permission to let go, that nothing else matters right now except for you here on your mat today. Bringing awareness to the breath. Take a big inhale through the nose and hold at the top. And exhaling right back through the nose. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling right back through that nose. Again, big breath in. And exhaling it all the way out. Empty those lungs. On your next inhale, walk your hands to the left side of your body. Pull the right hip down towards your mat. Feel that nice side body stretch on the right side of you. Breathe into that right lung. Maybe walk those right fingertips out just a little bit further. Pulling that right hip down just a little bit more. On your next inhale, walk your hands to the center. As you exhale over towards the right side of your body, pull that left hip down towards the earth. Now breathing into the left side body. Maybe walking those left fingertips out just a little bit further and continuing to pull that left hip down a little bit closer to the earth. On your next inhale, walk your hands back to the center. Reach your fingertips out a little bit further. Fingers spread nice and wide. Press the palms into that mat and gently roll the shoulders out and then underneath. Feel that space between the shoulder blades. Staying with that breath. And on your next inhale, rise to a tabletop position. Coming to all fours, place your hands directly underneath your shoulders, fingers spread nice and wide. Your knees are directly underneath your hips and about hips width apart. From here, go ahead and extend the right foot directly back behind you. Keep the right toes onto that mat. As you shift your weight back, pressing the hands slightly forward, feeling that stretch in the calf on the right side. Now you can either stay here and focus on stretching that calf muscle or adding a little bit of core work here. Pressing through those hands, lift that left knee up, tuck the heel in towards your glute. Continuing to breathe, pulling that heel up, really working that core, bringing some warmth early on. Rolling those shoulders out and underneath so the shoulders aren't rounding up towards your ears. And gently lower that knee down. Shift the weight back forward so your shoulders are directly over your hands. Lift that right heel up and balance here, pressing through the top of the left foot. Lifting through that left heel, keep your right heel, keep a foot flexed. Stay here, or option to float the left arm forward, balancing your table. Pulling the navel in towards your spine, keeping that flat back. Still continuing to breathe. Take a big inhale, reach to the left fingers, reach to the right heel, lift, press away from the mat, and exhale, lower all the way down. Take a quick child's pose to give a little rest into the wrist, maybe flipping them over. Coming back to that tabletop position for the other side. Regroup the hands directly underneath the shoulders. Fingers are spread wide. Press the left foot back behind you, keeping the toes down onto the mat. Shift your weight back as you press your hands slightly forward. Feel that stretch in the left calf. Option to stay here, focus on that calf, or adding that warmth to the core, tucking that right heel up. Lift that knee towards your chest, pressing through your palms. Keep lifting that right heel up, tucking that knee in. Keep breathing. And lowering that right knee down to the mat. Reshift your weight over your palms so the shoulders are over your hands. Lift that left heel up. Keep the left foot flexed. Again, pulling your navel in towards that spine. Pressing through the top of the right foot. Either staying here or floating that right arm forward, balancing that table. Keeping that flat back. Core is engaged. Keep breathing. Take one more big inhale. Reach to the right fingers all the way through that left heel. Really elongate. Press that left hand away from the earth. And gently lower down. Find that child's pose one more time. And coming back to tabletop position, go ahead and curl those toes under. Lift your hips up high to the sky. Downward facing dog. Keep a nice bend for the first down dog today. Go ahead and bring in any movement here. Pressing one heel down as you bend the opposite knee. Changing sides. Fingers are still engaged, widely spread. And then walk your feet closer together. Press the left heel down. Raise the right foot high to the sky. Bend that right knee. Let the foot fall over towards the left. Keeping your shoulders squared off to the mat. Stacking the right hip on top of that left. Feel free to bring any movement here that feels good. Maybe straightening and bending that right leg. Maybe making some big knee circles. Really opening up that right hip. And then three-legged dog, press that right foot up, square the hips back to the mat, and then lower all the way down. For the left side, inhale, raise the left foot high to the sky, bend the left knee, stack the left hip on top of the right as the left foot comes over towards the right. Same thing here, bringing any movement that feels good, mimicking what you did for the other side. Drawing those big knee circles, opening up that left side body. And come back to three-legged dog. Square those hips back off to the mat and lower the left foot down to meet the right, downward facing dog. From down dog, bend both knees, look forward, and just start to walk your feet towards your hands, top of the mat, forward fold. From here, inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Hands onto your shins or maybe onto your thighs. As you exhale, lower back down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Really reach the crown, the top of your head. Exhale to lower back down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, fold. Arms down by your side. Inhale, reach up high to the sky. Looking up, reach up. And then exhale, hands heart center. Take a little bit of a flow with some half salutations. Inhale, reach up high to the sky. And exhale, fold halfway. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Hands down onto the mat. Step the right foot back and then the left. Stay in this high plank position. Bring your knees down. Shift the weight forward And lower all the way down. Inhale, up cobra, hug those elbows in. And exhale, lower back down. Curl the toes under, press up to your knees, high plank, downward facing dog. Bend both knees, look forward, step, or maybe lightly jump top of the mat, forward fold, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, arms down by your side, inhale, reach up high to the sky. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Place your hands down onto the mat, stepping the left foot back, then the right, high plank. Option to come to your knees, or you can stay in the plank. Shifting that weight forward, hug the elbows in, lower down slowly. Inhale, up cobra. And exhale, lower back down. Curl the toes under, lift up, high plank, downward facing dog. Again, bend both knees, look forward, step, or maybe lightly jump, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, arms down by your side. Inhale, reach up high to the sky. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands down the mat, stepping the right foot back, then the left, high plank, option for your knees. Shift the weight forward, lower down all the way. Inhale, up cobra. Exhale, lower down. Press up to high plank and downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale the right foot high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Stay on the back toes. Bring your hands up onto your thighs. Take an inhale, lift up. And stay for the exhale. Keep steady breath. Take an inhale here. On the exhale, frame the right foot. Go ahead and straighten that right leg. Shift the weight back, folding over that right leg. Holding here for a moment, but continuing to breathe. Then we're going to add some movement with our breath, matching the breath and the movement. Inhale back to the crescent low lunge. And exhale, fold. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, fold. One last time. Inhale to that crescent. Exhale, hands down, stepping the right foot back, high plank, chaturanga. Lower down slowly. Inhale, up cobra. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, left foot up. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, stay on the back toes, coming up to that crescent low lunge. Again, bringing the hands onto the thighs, lifting that chest. Continuing to breathe as we hold this pose. Take an inhale. As we exhale, frame the left foot, fold over that left leg as you straighten the left leg. Keeping a little micro bend in that left knee. And bringing that movement, matching the breath with the movement. Inhale, back to the crescent low lunge, lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. And frame that left foot, step back to high plank, chaturanga. Option to skip this and just meet in downward facing dog. And take 3 big breaths here in down dog. We should be feeling nice and warm by now. Pedaling it out. Fingers are spread nice and wide. And then walk your feet a little bit closer together. Inhale, right foot high to the sky. Exhale, knee to right elbow, hold. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, knee to left elbow, crossbody twist and hold. Inhale back up high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, hold. Tuck that heel in and then step the right foot through. Pivot the back foot flat. We're going to come up to a warrior one. Inhale, reach the hands up to the sky. Shifting the right hip back, allowing that left hip to move forward just a little bit. Shoulders down away from the ears, lift up through that chest. Trying to get a 90-degree bend in that front knee. Maybe shortening that back stance if you need to allow that knee to come over the heel. Take an inhale, reach up through the fingers. On the exhale, bring the hands back behind you. Interlace the fingers. And then we're going to inhale, pull those wrists away from you. Lift through the chest. Look up if that feels right for you. Continue to breathe. Inhale here, and as we exhale, we're going to fold forward. Bring that right shoulder to the inside of that right knee, maybe walking that right foot out just a little, creating a little extra space for that shoulder to come in. Shifting the wrists over the head as far as the space allows for you. Pulling the mat in two with your feet. On the next inhale, release the hands, come back up to that warrior one. Big reach up. And then frame the right foot with your hands. Pivot the back foot so that you're on your toes. Step back to high plank. And chaturanga, shifting the weight forward. Bend the elbows, hug them in. Lower down, inhale up cobra. And exhale, a downward facing dog. Left side, inhale the left foot up. Exhale, knee to left elbow, hold. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to right elbow, crossbody twist. Inhale, up. And exhale, knee to nose, hold. Tuck that heel in. And then step the left foot through, pivot the back foot flat. Come up, rise, find that warrior one. Reaching the hands up to the sky. Pulling the left hip back slightly, allowing that right hip to shift forward just a little bit. Feel that stretch in the right hand side of the hip. And once again, trying to bring that 90-degree bend in the front knee. Maybe shortening that stance to allow that knee to come over the heel. Keep breathing. Take that inhale here, reach up through the fingertips, lift through the chest. Exhale, bring the hands behind you, interlace those fingers. Pull back as we inhale, lift through the chest, look up, and then fold forward. Bringing that left elbow to the left shoulder into the inside of the left knee. Maybe walking that left foot out to the side, creating more space. As the wrists shift up and over your head. Breaking that mat in two with the feet. Continue to breathe. On the next inhale, we're going to rise up, release the hands. Find that warrior one, reach up. And then frame that left foot. Pivot the back foot forward, step back to high plank position. Chaturanga, option to skip these. Inhale, up cobra or up dog. And meeting in downward facing dog. All right, we're going to repeat that sequence. Try to match the breath. One breath, one movement for the flow. Starting on the right side. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through, pivot the back foot flat. Find that warrior one. Inhale to rise. On the exhale, interlace. Inhale, lift through the chest. Pull the wrists back. Exhale, fold forward. Staying for just a breath. Release. Inhale to reach up. On the exhale, frame that right foot, step back, high plank, chaturanga, meeting in downward facing dog. For that left side, inhale, left foot up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Find that warrior one. Inhale to rise. On the exhale, interlace your hands. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, release the hands, rise back up, warrior one. Exhale, fold. Step back to high plank, chaturanga. Meeting in downward facing dog. For another round, starting with the right side. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, knee to right elbow, hold. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, pivot the back foot flat, warrior one, inhale, rise. Exhale, interlace. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Release the hands, inhale, rise up. Exhale, frame the right foot, step back, high plank, chaturanga. Back to downward facing dog. For that left side, inhale, left foot up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Pivot the back foot flat. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, interlace. Inhale, lift up. And fold on the exhale. Release the hands. Inhale to rise back up. Frame that left foot. Step back, high plank. Chaturanga. Meeting in downward facing dog. For one more round, but we are going to add on just a little. Take 2 big breaths here. Resetting with a breath, maybe open the mouth. Release that heat. Starting from the right side, inhale, right foot up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through. Pivot the back foot flat. Find that warrior one. Inhale, rise. Exhale, interlace the fingers. Pull the wrist back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, dive forward. From here, we're going to go ahead and lift back up. Inhale. This time on the exhale, frame the right foot, pivot the back foot forward, stay low. Then from here, inhale, easy twist. Stay in this easy twist. Now we're going to open up, bring the right inside of the right foot, lift off. Start twisting the right hip back, bringing the left hip down. Maybe option to bring the right hand behind you, lowering yourself down to the mat. Or maybe just holding up and finding that twist. Whichever pathway, continue to breathe so you're not holding that breath. Inhale, reach back up to the regular easy twist. Frame the right foot. Step back to high plank and chaturanga. Meeting in downward facing dog for the left side. Inhale, left foot up high to the sky, toes down. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Find that warrior one. Inhale to rise. Exhale, interlace. Inhale, pull the wrist, lift the chest. And exhale to dive forward. Release the hands. Inhale, reach up to the warrior one. On the exhale, frame that left foot, pivot the toes forward. Right hand down, inhale, left arm up for that easy twist. Following the same pathways as you did the other side. Lifting the inside of the left foot up. Lower the right hip down towards the mat as you twist the left hip back. Maybe coming down to the floor or just holding your easy twist. Rising back to the easy twist. If you've lowered, bring the left hand down. Frame the left foot, step back, high plank. Chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, up, cobra or up dog. Back to downward facing dog. Take 3 big breaths. Walk your feet mats width apart. Make a wide down dog. Maybe walk your hands in a little bit closer towards your feet. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Letting that heat exit the body. From this wide-legged down dog, bring your right hand a little bit closer to your feet. Bring your left hand closer to your feet. Reach your right hand to the outside of the left shin or the calf. Bend the right elbow to allow yourself to pull yourself gently underneath, shifting the gaze under the left armpit. Releasing, bring the right hand to the center. Reach the left hand to the outside of the right calf or the shin. Bend that left elbow to gently pull yourself underneath that right armpit. And release, bring your hands back to the center. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Pivot the toes out so you have your heels in, and then bend the knees, bring your glute down. Find yourself into a yogi squat. Bringing the hands together. Using those elbows to press the knees out wide. Now, if you have a block, you can also place a block underneath you, and you're more than welcome to sit on that block to help find that space and fill the space in with your breath. Really opening up the hips here. You can either stay here and enjoy this yogi squat, or if you want to add twists or binds in, if it's a part of your practice, you're more than welcome to. Bringing the right hand to the outside of the right foot, continuing to use that right arm as leverage to pull that right knee back. Reaching the left arm up to the sky, maybe shifting the gaze up towards the left hand. And releasing, changing sides, bringing the left hand to the outside of that left foot, using the left arm as leverage. Inhaling to reach the right arm up to the sky, maybe shifting the gaze up towards the right fingertips as we continue to use the left arm as leverage to pull those knees back. And bringing the right hand back down to the center, hands prayer. Holding here, option, if arm balance is a part of your practice and you would like to do a Bakasana crow pose, you're more than welcome to go into that crow pose. Otherwise, we are here for 3 more big breaths. Inhaling all the way up, fill those lungs through the nose. And exhaling, big breath in. Exhale it out. One more time, big breath in. Exhale it out. Bring the hands out in front. Shift the weight forward. Lift the glutes back up. Heel toe the feet back in, hips width apart. Stay in this forward fold. Maybe shaking it out just gently. Or maybe you want to bring your hands behind your back, interlacing them. Just filling in the space that you have with what feels best for you. If that's just staying in this inversion, the forward fold, stay in that forward fold and continue to breathe. And then walk your hands back out. Find that downward facing dog. From down dog, bend the knees, look forward, step or lightly jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend both knees, sit back, find a chair pose. Knitting those ribs in, reaching the hands out in front to start. If this feels good and you want to stay here, or option to reach those hands above, framing the ears with your arms. Finding that deep chair pose, sitting a little bit deeper. Bring those pinkies pointing in to try to turn the palms back behind you. Stay with that breath. Take an inhale here. On the exhale, fold forward slightly, arms back behind you. Airplane, chair plane. Inhale, back to regular chair. Exhale, bring the arms back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, bring the hands back. Inhale, reach forward. Stay for that exhale. On the next inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Reach up and bring the hands together, heart center. From here, we're going to find eagle arms. We're going to bring the right arm underneath the left arm, wrapping them around, trying to get the palms together so they touch. Now maybe they do, maybe they don't, that's okay. Trying to squeeze the arms together and then try to press the palms away from your face. Lower the shoulders down from your ears. Feel that nice stretch in the shoulders and the upper back. And just stay here for a moment. Continue to breathe. Pressing those arms together, maybe pressing the palms together. And then from here, we're going to start with a figure 4, crossing the right ankle over the left thigh, bending down, finding a chair. Option to do full eagle legs if that's a part of your practice. Continue to press the palms away from your face if they started to shift inwards as we lower down. Imagine there's that invisible chair behind you and you're sitting nice and deep. Stay with that breath. Keep squeezing those arms together. Feel that space in the upper back. And from here, keeping the arms where they are, challenge yourself, releasing the right ankle only. Find a warrior 3. Bound warrior 3, the eagle arms, pressing through that right heel, toes pointing down. Slight bend in the standing leg. Release the arms. Regular warrior 3, arms back behind you, or you can reach them forward or keep them heart center. And then bring the hands down onto the mat, standing L. Big inhale, tent the fingers, lift up. On the exhale, bring the right foot behind the left, touch the feet together, and stay in this forward fold. Stretching out the backs of the legs here. And then from here, inhale, halfway lift, keep the legs crossed. Exhale, fold, arms down by your side. We're going to inhale, reach up high to the sky. Interlace the fingers, and then bring them over towards the right side for a little bend. Inhale up to the center, over towards the left. Inhale up to the center, release the hands, and fold forward. Release that right foot behind the left, standing L for the moment, and then lower the right foot down to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, arms down by the side. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands, heart center. For the left side, we're going to bring the left arm underneath the right, so right over left. Start with the eagle arms first. Again, gently pressing the arms together, maybe pressing the palms together if they're touching. And shift them slightly away from your face. Lower the shoulders down away from your ears. Once again, feeling the space. Stretching out those shoulders. Using that breath to help relax the mind so that you can relax the body and maximize the benefit of these stretches. Adding the legs, a figure 4, crossing the left ankle over the right. Again, option to take the full eagle legs if that's a part of your practice. Gently lowering down. Shifting the weight back into the glute, helping to stabilize yourself in this invisible chair. Squeezing those arms together. Now we're going to release the legs, keep the arms where they are, finding that warrior 3. Be mindful of yourself when we change sides. We know that one side's a little bit more challenging than the other. Option to release the arms at any point. Keep that slight bend in the standing leg. And release the arms, hands down onto the mat, standing L. Point those left toes down. And then bring the left foot behind the right, touching the feet together. Staying in this forward fold, stretching out the backs of the legs. And then from here, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, arms down by your side. We're going to inhale, reach up high to the sky. Interlace those fingers. Shift the weight over towards the left, finding that bend. Inhale up to the center, over towards the right. And back up to the center. Release, fold forward. And release the left foot behind the right, standing out for the moment, and left foot to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, sit back, take that chair, reach the hands forward, and then bring them to a prayer position. Staying in that chair, knit those ribs in. We're going to add a little twist here. Inhale. On the exhale, we're going to hook that left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Pressing those palms together, stacking the right elbow on top of the left. Maybe shifting the gaze over the right shoulder. Either staying here, option to open up the arms, bringing the left arm down, extending the right arm up. And bring the hands back to prayer. If you've opened them up, come back to the center. Inhale here in the center, and on the exhale, over towards the left, hooking the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Pressing those palms together. Maybe shifting the gaze over the left shoulder. Option to open up those arms. Right arm down, left arm up. And bringing the hands back together. If you've opened up, come back to the center. Inhale. On the exhale, fold forward. Whew. All right, inhale, halfway lift. Flat back, reach the crown of the head. Exhale, fold, arms down by your side. Inhale, reach up high to the sky. And exhale, hands, heart center. Inhale, reach up high to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands down onto the mat, stepping the left foot back, and then the right foot. Bring the knees all the way down to the mat. Come down to your bellies and find a Sphinx pose. So forearms out in front, fingers are spread wide, and you're just reaching the crown, the top of your head, high to the sky as you press your forearms into the mat. Regrouping with that breath, nice and steady. Take an inhale, reach the crown of the head higher to the sky, and as we exhale, we're going to lower down all the way to the bellies. Tee the arms out to the side and bring the right cheek down onto the mat, looking to the left. Your arms should be at about a 9 and 3 o'clock position. And then from here, lift the right heel up, flex the right foot, cross the left leg over the right, bend that left knee so the left foot can come behind the right leg. Draw the left hand towards you, making sure that right arm is still at your 3 o'clock position, maybe a 2 o'clock. Stretching out the right shoulder, finding that twist in the spinal column. Option to extend the left arm up if you want to get a little bit deeper into the stretch. And we're going to lower back down, bring the left arm down onto the mat, come back to the bellies. We're going to switch sides, shift the gaze over to the right, left cheek onto the mat. Lift through your right heel, bring the right leg behind and over the left leg. Bend the right knee so that you can bring that right foot behind you as you draw the right hand in closer to your chest. This time your left arm should be about a 9 o'clock position or maybe a 10 o'clock position. Just allowing your head to rest down onto that mat so it's not lifting up. Option to reach that right arm back up to the sky, getting a little bit deeper into this twist. And then we're going to come back down to our bellies. Shift the gaze over the bridge of your nose so the forehead is onto your mat. Bring the arms down by your side, palms face up. Then from here, interlace your fingers behind your back. We're going to draw the wrists down towards our feet to pull the upper chest off that mat. So gazing over the bridge of the nose, taking that little back bend here. Option to lift the feet off that mat, squeezing the inner thighs together, keeping everything glued tightly. Keep pulling those wrists towards those feet. Keep breathing. And then exhaling, lowering all the way down to the mat. Bring your hands by your rib cage. Press up to your knees, curl the toes under, lift up to high plank, and downward facing dog. Take 3 big breaths here. See if you can get your heels a little bit closer to the mat. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. Lifting those hips a little higher to the sky. Walk the feet together. Inhale, right foot high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through. Find a crescent. Inhale, rise up. On the exhale, take a twist. Right arm back behind you. Left arm forward. Palms face out. Revolve it, reaching the right arm back behind for the left thigh. Extending the left fingers up. And refine that twist. We're going to inhale to regular crescent, reach forward, and then exhale, frame the right foot with your hands, Inhale to the easy twist, left hand down, right arm up. And then staying here, we're gonna come into a plank pose. So challenging yourself here, lifting that right foot up, trying to float it, hover it to bring it onto the left leg. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but this is the challenge, right? Pressing through that left hand, reaching the right fingers up to the sky. Option to bring the right foot up and behind you if you want to take the wild thing version, or hold your side plank and then flip it back over. Find your high plank position. Chaturanga, lower down slowly. Meeting in downward facing dog. For that left side from down dog, inhale, left foot up. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Find that crescent. Inhale to rise. And then take the twist. Left arm back, right arm forward, palms face out. Revolve it. Left arm back behind you, reaching for the back of the right thigh, extending and lifting through the right fingers. Refine that twist. Inhale, regular crescent, arms forward. And then we're going to frame the left foot. Find the easy twist, right hand down, inhale, left arm up. Stay in this easy twist. We know what's coming next. Floating that left foot up, stacking it, finding that side plank. Pressing through the right hand, lifting those left hips up. Either holding your side plank or lift the left leg up, bring it back behind you. Find that wild thing. Flipping it back over, back to a high plank, chaturanga, meeting in downward facing dog. And then from down dog, inhale, right foot up high to the sky. Exhale, knee to left elbow, hold, shoot the foot through, stay here. Press that right foot into that ground. Feel the IT band stretch. Continuing to breathe. And then from here, bend the right knee, draw that right foot in towards you, find the half pigeon. Lowering down once you feel you have that space. But first, start tall, nice and high. And then gently moving your way down as far as the space allows for you today. And reconnecting with that breath. And we're going to add in a little bit of a quad stretch on the left side. So coming back up to your hands if you've come down onto your mat. Reach the left arm back behind you, bend the left knee, reach for that left foot or the left ankle. If mermaid's a part of your practice and you were able to do the mermaid, that's another option here. Just want to shift your weight slightly forward so that you're not pressing down directly onto that kneecap. Just finding the space that you have today and then reconnecting with that breath to fill that space in. Some days the space is bigger and greater. Other days it's not so grand, but we still learn to utilize whatever space we have is valuable. Reconnecting it with the breath. And gently release the foot down, bring the hands out in front. Curl the back toe under, shift your weight up, bring the right foot back behind you to the downward facing dog. From down dog, we move to the left side. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, knee to right elbow, hold, and then shoot the foot through. Keep the foot down onto the ground. Square the shoulders off to your mat. And press that right foot or your left foot down into the ground. Feel the IT stretch on the left side. And then bending the left knee, draw that left foot towards you, find that half pigeon. Again, starting tall. And then using that breath to gently make your way down a little bit deeper into your half pigeon. We're going to find that quad stretch on the right side, coming back up to your hands. If you're down onto the mat, reaching the right arm back for the right foot or the right ankle, bending that right knee. Again, shifting the weight slightly forward so you're not pressing directly down into that kneecap. And release the foot. Bring the right foot forward, the right leg forward, and bring the left. Double leg extension. Find the sits bones connecting it to the earth. Feet are flexed. Lift through the chest and reach the crown, the top of your head, high to the sky, drawing the shoulders down, elongating the spine. And then take an inhale, reach both hands up to the sky. And as we exhale, we're going to fold forward, reaching towards our feet. Placing the hands down as far as you are able. So if that's onto your thighs or onto your shins, that is quite all right. Maybe you can reach for your ankles or your feet. If you need a little bit more extension and you have that block, you can place that block underneath your feet and reach to the outside of the block. Keep holding the lower back down towards that mat to elongate the spine, stretching out that spine, but also stretching the backs of our legs. I'm going to rise all the way back up. Bring the left foot over the right leg, hugging that left knee in. Reach the right arm to the outside of the left knee to hug it in. Take an inhale, reach the left arm up to the sky. As you exhale, draw the left hand behind you, maybe shifting the gaze over the left shoulder as you continue to hug that left knee in. Finding that spinal twist, keeping the right foot flexed. We're going to release, come back to the center, change sides, extending the left foot out, draw that right foot in, cross it over the left leg, hug the right knee in with the left arm. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, open up, right arm back behind you, maybe shifting the gaze over the right shoulder. Continuing to hug that right knee in with the left arm, and left foot is flexed. Breathing into the spinal twist. Release, come back forward. Bring both soles of the feet onto the mat, knees are bent. We're going to come on down to our backs for a back bend pose, starting with a bridge. So lower down slowly, roll that curve of the spine down. Gently lower the head onto the mat, walk the heels in closer to your glutes. Arms are resting down by your side. And engage the feet into the floor, all four corners, the big toe, the little toes, inside of the heel and the outside of the heel. Pressing through those feet, I want you to tuck the chin under slightly, lift the hips up towards the sky. Hug the thighs in so the knees aren't flailing open. Imagine you have a block between your thighs and you're holding that block with your thighs. Lifting the hips up. Continue to breathe. Gently rolling down, starting from the top of your neck, one vertebra at a time, lower all the way down to the mat. Hug the knees in, make a ball. Gently rock forward and back, side to side. And we're going to do one more back bend, starting with the bridge pose. Or if wheel is a part of your practice and you want to go into a wheel, you are more than welcome to do so. I will demonstrate the wheel. For those that want to stay with the bridge, stay with the bridge. The deeper back bend is the wheel. Bring the hands behind your head. Fingers are going to be pointing towards the toes. We're still going to hug those thighs in as we did on the bridge. Then we're going to press through the feet, press through the hands, lift ourselves up, hugging those thighs in. Lowering out of your back bend when you are ready. Slow with control. Hugging those knees into your chest one last time. And then when you're ready for the final cool down, the Shavasana, just extending both legs all the way out. Let your feet just feel open to the side. Rest your arms down by your side. Palms face up, and go ahead and close your eyes. Finishing off here, cooling the body. Allowing yourself to be one with your mat. Knowing that you have just dedicated this time to yourself with a powerful flow. Challenging yourself. And if you have more time to stay and rest, please take this time to do so. Otherwise, bringing yourself up, rolling to one side, pressing up to a comfortable seated position, bringing our hands together in the prayer, keeping our eyes closed, and having gratitude for today's practice, gratitude for our bodies, and gratitude for being. As we bring our thumbs to our forehead for clarity in our thoughts, we bring our thumbs down to our lips so that we may have thoughtfulness in our speech. We bring our thumbs down to our hearts so we may have peace within our heart. I'm grateful for each and every one of you today. Thank you for joining. Namaste.